Okay.
So I'm up in the pick'ems.
Yeah. So
For those keeping score,
50%.
6 total. 50%. That's about standard, right? 2 teams
If
play.
you're a good picker, you're not picking 50%. Yeah.
Can I spray the cash gun this time?
No.
Why? Why do you get to spray the cash gun?
I do the cash gun. Let's load this thing up because we won this week, boys.
If it's a company purchase, I
it up.
own a percentage of that cash gun.
All right, let's start the episode. Welcome everyone to episode 3 of the PLL Pregame show. This week,
You didn't intro me.
This week we're excited because I'm gonna skip right to it because I can't wait. We have won our first bet. We won.
We won?
Yeah.
We won money?
We won.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Last week we each bet $100 on the Archers to win their first ever game.
Mm-hmm.
They brought it home, $100 to win 70. That means, well, we'll get into it later. But I was just excited. I wanted to talk about it right away. So let's also.
We're in the money.
We're
in the
we
money.
are green for the season.
We're green.
For the record. All right, first up on the highlights, new ECD Pro Brian Costabile had a goal in his first game, looked really good. Second game, 2-pointer and 2 more goals to go with it. He was ripping corners, backhands, looked really good. So we are going to be launching his Pro Replica Pocket Hero 3 Rebel Offense tomorrow. So we've already got a bunch of pros on there if you want to get one. If you want the Costabile Pocket, you can get that now. Customize your colors however you want. Play with the same exact setup that he is tearing it up with.
If you get the pocket, does it make you better? Because I could use that a couple miles per hour in my shot.
I don't think it's going to help you. To be expected, Grant Ahmed showed up. He had one of the nicest, smoothest, unexpected behind the back passes I've ever seen. Every single one of his behind the back passes is right on the money.
All right, sometimes I can't pass overhand that well sometimes.
No, you definitely can.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone throw so many underhanded behind the back feeds and hit them all in my entire life.
And you know, he just seems like a nice guy.
He does seem like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
Humble. And finally, Sergio Perkovic, you can buy his replica as well. He was nailing 2-pointers last night, had one early in the game and then another one to put them within 1. He's been the difference maker for the Woods, even though they have not won yet. He's looked really good.
His setup is proven to make you shoot better 2 bombs.
Yeah. So a lot of ECD Pro highlights, a lot of fun out there. Next session up, class in session. Deemer class is going to come in and teach you guys a thing or two you can learn from some PLL plays.
So as we look at the skip pass from Miles to Sergio, this is a really important thing for young players to learn and think about. As Miles starts his dodge, you can see the short stick D-midi for the whip snakes starting to hedge. Miles is getting covered by a short stick. Typically in a lot of situations, that's an early slide. Miles knows this. Miles played against this for a lot of his career. And so what starts to happen is Miles is anticipating the second slide. You can see Mike Earhart and Timmy Muller on the backside both start to step to that player on the inside, that crease midi. And then Miles does a great job of finding that skip through the defense to Sergio Perkovic, who does a great job of positioning himself right around the 2-point line, not on the 2-point line, which then he would catch it and then crow hop inside of the 2-point line, but just enough so that he can catch it loaded, take his 3-step crow hop, and then have a nice 11-5 overhand release to that bottom right corner. I thought Sergio did an incredible job of having a smooth stroke on this shot, and Miles did a really nice job of looking through the defense, which is a great Whip Snakes defense, but he did a nice job of recognizing the slide package, finding that skip lane, and look for these two to connect more and more throughout the rest of the PLL Championship Series.
This week's episode, we have a new sponsor.
New sponsor.
So happy with last week's spot, they were like, let's get into that.
Double down.
No, it's us again. Nobody.
Oh, okay.
Nobody reached out. This episode is sponsored by ECD Pro Replicas. So Mike and I are going to each pick one of our Pro Replicas, and we're going to do a shooting with pro sticks, quick competition on the turf. See who hits the most corners. I'm going to pick the Perkovic setup because I think he has a lot of whip that would work out for me the best. Who do you want to use? You strike me as a kind of...
Looking at this Costabile setup right here,
that looks like what...
I'm kind of liking what I'm looking at.
I think that might work for you. All right,
I'm going to go with this.
You guys know the rules. 3 balls and a yellow money ball worth 2 times the points. Pipes are 1, targets are 2. Pipe into target, you can get all the points. Perkovic.
5 is a really, really good score in a 4-ball game.
Oh.
Man, let's do a prayer for Mike.
miss my old friend.
Wow. Really great.
And now on to our Pick'em segment. Remember, you can still enter at the link below for a chance to win a complete ECD stick. Last week, I went 2 for 3, a vast improvement from the 0 for 3 I started. That brings me to 2 for 6 on the season, 30%, 33% picking. That's not high, but I'm improving.
It's terrible. You're terrible.
We
Well, we had the same picks because the Woods Chaos game.
Right, that game got postponed.
Pushed. So I was also 2 for 3, but I beat you on the first week or the first day. So I'm 3 for 6.
You've done one pick better. We'll see how that fares out over 20 games. Picks for the next episode, we've got Chaos versus Redwoods. That was the rescheduled game. That's going to be on tonight at 11 p.m. NBC Sports Network. Then we've got Whips versus Atlas, 7 p.m. On Thursday. And then the Chrome versus the Archers, the Battle of the Unbeatens, both 2-0, 9:30 on NBC Gold on Thursday. So my picks, I'm going to stick with the Redwoods postponed game. Those two teams desperately need a win. Whips versus Atlas, rematch that Homewood game. I'm going to take the Whip Snakes. And then finally, Chrome versus Archers, battle of the undefeated teams. I think the Chrome looks, I like the Archers a lot, obviously, but I think the Chrome looks red hot. So I'm going to take the Chrome on that one.
All right. So I originally was going to be on the Chaos, but after seeing the Woods go 0-2, I'm going to go on the Woods. I don't think they're going to go.
They need a win.
I don't think they're going to go 0-3.
Okay.
And then I've got the Whip Snakes over the Atlas.
I'm with you on that.
And then I went Archers or Chrome. I agreed. The Chrome, they look good. The Archers, they're looking great.
That's going to be a tight game. That's going to be the game to watch for sure.
Yeah.
And finally, let's move into our favorite segment, PLL Bets.
It might be my least favorite segment.
It's really stressful.
I'm stressing out.
So, like we talked about at the jump, we are up that, so I was down $20, that $70 win is going to put me up 50, and then we've got the pending 50 at the end for the Redwoods, which is not looking good. But I did find out last night every team makes the playoffs, so even if they go 0-4,
just got to get hot at the end.
yeah, you got to win those.
You can be the last seed, and you can win the whole
You
thing.
win 3 games in a row, you're good.
I'm feeling good about
You
that.
go 3-4, you win the championship, 500. So,
But I feel like you kind of go. We won our $100 bet, baby.
we did win. Okay, this week we were only able to find the first off.
Can I spray the gun?
No.
Let me spray the gun.
They have a really cool feature on DraftKings, free pools. So basically you just answer a bunch of questions about what's going to happen. You get entered to win a pool of money for all the people to enter. I've entered a couple of these and I won like $1.30.
I want $1.57.
Yeah, like a couple bucks. It's free, so you might as well try it out. This week's game, the only one available for betting as the time of shooting this episode was Whips versus Atlas. Whips are a 1.5 point favorite, and the over/under line is set at 25.5. It's good to note that the every single game is hit the under, which is surprising for the PLL, which is traditionally high scoring. Every game's hit the under. So for today, I'm going to take $10 on the Atlas plus 1.5. So they have to, they can lose by 1, and I'll still win my bet. And I'm going to take the over. I think we'll finally hit an over game, 25.5. I think we're going to have like a 14-12 or a 15-11 game. So $10 on each of those bets.
You know, last week you said to me that like we should bet together because misery loves company.
Right.
And here you've done the exact opposite bets.
Yeah.
I'm putting $10 on the Whips minus 1.5, so I think they're going to win by 2, and those odds are plus 125.
Right.
And then I'm going to go $10 on the under. Those are the same odds as the over, minus 110. But I don't think the Whips defense.
Okay,
and
so
the goaltending in this game, it's outrageous.
We're exactly opposite.
Exactly opposite. One of us is going to have a tough day.
All right, so thanks for watching, guys. Third episode. Really appreciate all your support. Let us know your picks, your bets in the comments. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't. New episode on Friday. We're going to talk about plans for the weekend, so we'll see you then.
You know, I don't think that you ever did an introduction.
I did an introduction. You just weren't in it.
You just didn't say.
All right, that's a...
Shot clock down to 8. Jump shot. Nails it. Line driven.